Hey guys, today's question is shifting letters 2. In this question, we are given with a string s and a 2D vector shift in which every shift I equals to start I, and direction I. So there are three values in every 1D array of the 2D shift array given, and now for every I, we have to shift the character in s from the index start I to the index I forward and I forward if direction I equals to 1, if the third value is 1, and we have to shift the character backward if direction I equals to 0. That will be 0 or 1. Okay, no other value will be there. Now shifting, what shifting means, if the current character is A and we are shifting forward, okay, then it will become B. Again, if we shift it forward, it will become C. Now if we shift C backward, it will become B. If we shift B backward, it will become A. And if we shift A backward, it will become Z. Okay, so we have to shift it circularly in the range of A to Z. Okay, if we shift Z forward, it will become A. Okay, now in this array we can see the first example, the ABC shift was 0 1 0. So in the range 0 to 1 index, we have to shift it backwards because it is 0. Okay, so shifting this backwards, what it will become, it will become, these two will be shifted backwards, so these will become ZA. Okay, in the range 0 1. So the next string will become ZAC after this completion, and after the second value in the shift array is 1 to 1. In the range 1 index 1 to 2, we have to shift forward in the right direction, so AC will become BD. Okay, so the string will become ZBD, and now after this, in the last uh, value 0 to 2, okay, that covers the whole string. Okay, 0 1 2, and we have to shift it forward, so the Z becomes A, B becomes C, and D becomes E, and now our final string is ACE that we have to return. Okay, now what will be our approach to solve this question is, first we will tabulate all these shifts in another array, because at every point we can't go to array and then make changes. That will become so much time consuming, and constraints are something bigger. So what we will do is, like for this example, shift 0 1 0, what we will do is we will take another shifts array, an integer array of the same size of s. Okay, because these values are will be in the range of s, integer, in the range of the size of s. Okay, now we got 0 1 0. So what we will do, at the 0th index of shift array, now another 1D array that we have, we will decrement the value by 1. We will say shift I equals to plus equals to -1. Okay, because this is 0 here, and when we encounter a 1, we will increment the shift I, the current value at the shifts index will be plus equals to 1, and at the last index we will decrement the value. If this is we will simply change the value. Okay, like for example, we decrement the value at this index of the shift array that we will take, so we will increment the value at this index plus 1, because till that index we have to we have to do the backward direction. Okay, we have to move the backward characters, but at the second index, okay, at this index we don't need to move the backward direction, so we will simply take a counter, and that counter we will increment the value at every shift I, counter plus equals to shift I. So that counter will hold how many shifts that we have to perform in positive or negative direction. Now if we know how many shifts we have to perform, we will simply write the formula char ch equals to s of I, and ch equals to a plus ch minus a plus increment modulus 26 plus 26 modulus 26. That is the simple formula to change the character in the backward or forward direction according to increment. Okay, so I will explain more while coding. So let's do the code. Initially, let's take the size for our shift array. So n equals to s dot size, and a vector of integer of, let's name it as shift, not shifts. Shifts is passed in the header. So n, and currently all the shift is 0 at every point. Okay, now string answer equals to length string. Now we will iterate over the given array shifts. Okay, now the first character, the first value of which is x of 0 is the start. So at x of 0 we have to increment or decrement, okay, according to the third value. So for the third value, we will take the condition if x of 2 double equals to 0. Okay, that means we have to go through the backward direction. So at the starting index we will decrement, and the end index at the shift array we will increment. Okay, so at the starting index shift of x of 0 we will decrement, and in the at the ending index plus 1. Okay, so if we are doing plus 1, we have to also check for the range. Okay, it should be in the range because it can overflow. So shift of if x of 1 plus 1, you have to increment this one. Okay, because it was 0. Okay, that means we are going to backward direction. Like for the range was this to this, we take shift decremented here and now incremented here, because after that point we don't need to shift backward. Okay, because this was the range. Now in the else case, very simple, simply copy this. In the else case, the x of 2 double equals to 1, so we have to increment at this point and decrement at this point. That's it. Now we will simply iterate over this array. Before iterating, we will take an increment variable that will tell how many increments we have to make at the current index. Okay, so we will go through the 0 to the end of the string, which is same as the size n. Now first increment will be updated as the increment plus equals to the current shift that we have to made, which is shift I. Okay, now if shift I is -1, then we have to move backward. If it is +1 or +2, then we have to move forward, and so on. So first take that character at the current position. So here ch equals to s of I. Now ch, how will increment is ch equals to a plus. Now we'll simply take modulus by changing it to the current form, ch minus a plus increment. We can't take modulus of this one because the increment can be negative, so we have to take modulus first of increment by 26. That is the size of the range of the alphabets in the lowercase, and we have to add 26 again because it can be negative, and taking the modulus of the negative can lead to wrong results. So after that we will take the modulus of 26. Okay, can put this thing in the bracket for better understanding. Okay, now after this the character is changed as it should be for the answer, so answer plus equals to ch. And now after this for loop we can simply return the answer string. That's it. Now let's run this. Okay, let's submit this. So the code is accepted. Thank you for watching.